Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where this war is awkward for us. We don't really have a good way to get there right now, and he declared it at a good time. Like, props to the AI there, kudos. But we can't deal with that for the moment. What we can do is we can finish off this war here. Now, these are all allied troops. He retreated up to the north, so I don't actually want to come over here and fight them. I want to come reinforce our siege force. I don't want to give up that siege. So we're going to turn around here. Unfortunately, we're locked in here, and we can't turn around right away. Oh, he's right here. He chose not to attack us, though, because we were coming back over this way. So he's coming over here instead, possibly going for, like, this county. We could see about fighting him there. I would love to fight him. We do have a dangerous faction here, and this is Liberty. Okay. What can we do with this guy? We can't get any marriages there, looks like. But we can demand conversion. 37% chance. Let's send him a gift. And then demand conversion. 68% chance there. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. I want to come down here. Okay. So we're going to come down this way, and he wants a hook. You know what? That's fine. Cool. Are any of these led by their ruler? Actually, this one is. So we need to get down here. I'd love to capture their ruler here. That would be amazing. These guys are going to go stack wipe this force, aren't they? I'm betting they are. We can finish this up here, but it's taking us a very long time. Yeah, they just decided not to go in here. They were going to. Now, we didn't end up getting the ruler, unfortunately. But now they're coming in here, and we arrive with our reinforcements. They're too late to do this. We just got sappers, which will increase our siege ability by 10%. I think we'll go for rightful ownership next. And there's our siege weapons, good to go. So we're going to come up over here. We win that battle. This siege will be done incredibly quickly. It is now done. I'm going to split our force in half here. We're going to send half up to this Dama and half down here. We just routed their forces. We should have time to do this. We're at 45% war score right now. 34% of that is ticking. This should come back to us very quickly. Indeed. And then we'll come up over to this Dama here. Okay. We were just divorced, so we need a new spouse with high stewardship. Yuma will work. Cool. Okay, no problem there. Are they grouping back up here? I'm wondering. Let's actually come over here where we're not going to take an attrition hit. Okay, let's group this together. We need to look at our factions. There's an independence faction here. Can we do anything with you? Granddaughters only? We can send her a gift to try to bribe her out of the faction. That might be enough. Do we have sons? We have sons. So we can get this guy out of the faction for sure. As well as this guy. Done. We'll visit our court when we see fit. We've got other problems right now. Okay, so this is 98%. Honestly, we're going to head down over here. Okay, this independence faction is still ticking away. It's a lot weaker now. We don't have daughters, but we do have sons. Cool. What else do we have in here? Do we have... What's that Liberty faction at? Okay, this guy's now in charge. Done. Cool. I'm going to disband these guys right now. Ticking war score... Actually, no. Ticking... We don't have ticking. Let's not disband these. Cancel that. We need to come up over here and get this siege done. I don't think... Actually, we can win from battles. But let's just come up here and get this siege done. It should be very, very fast and much cheaper for us. That said, we don't really care too much about taking losses right now, because we can't get to the other war in a good long time. We have no supplies here. This war's now over. We can disband these guys, which we will certainly do. Okay. They'll take a long time to get home. That's understood. This guy became our vassal, so he holds the duchy, so we don't have to hand anything out here. That's good. Now we've got this war. We can't deal with these guys yet, but we're going to raise up our forces somewhere around... I'm looking for somewhere with high supply. Here would actually be pretty decent, 23,000. We'll raise all of our troops here, and we have a perk available. Let's take War Profiteer for more gold. We need to deal with this independence faction. I was hoping that this guy... Oh, no, this is not that guy. Let's just bribe him. He should leave the faction now. What else do we have here? We cannot deal with factions at this moment if we're going to fight these. Peasants we can deal with. That's not a big deal. Okay, so he's starting sieges down here. We have a long time before our troops arrive here. 21 months before everyone arrives. We don't necessarily need everyone. Okay, what do we have here? This independence faction is still going. I'm going to bribe some of these guys that are relatively happy and see if they'll leave the faction. I don't think some of these others will leave the faction under really any circumstances, but we're just going to pay off these 5. And that should probably do the trick. We can send a gift to this guy as well and demand his conversion. It probably won't work, but we can try it. Same with this guy. We can send him a gift and then demand his conversion. It probably won't work. Actually, he accepts if we give him a hook. Done. Okay. He did not accept. They're now too weak to send an ultimatum. That's perfect. Let's check the Liberty faction. Too weak. The peasants are going to send a demand, but that's okay. You want a truce. We're not allowed to declare war on you, so we accept. Sounds good. That gives us some cash. And if we're going to have peasants, we should probably have mercs. Where are they going to rise up? Do we know? Like, can we tell that? I've never actually looked into that. Oh, they're going to rise up right here. In that case, I'm going to hire mercs right now. Maybe these guys. Should be fine. Well, actually, I'm going to go with these guys. There we go. Cool. So these peasants will fire very soon. But they will be immediately handled, and then we can come down to Iberia with those troops. So we need a lot of troops to deal with this. There's no doubt about that. It'll take time. But I think we have this under control. It's an awkward situation to be sure. Okay, this guy wants to go down to normal levy contribution. Sure. Whatever, that's fine. The real question is, can we get enough war score here? A peasant's lot is to serve their lord, and we should already be fighting these. Yes. We're just instantly fighting them. Beautiful. So that peasant rebellion is over. We're now going to take these mercs, and we're going to deposit them right here with the rest of our troops. We can see that we've regenerated a huge amount of our troops. That's great. This guy just joined the war. Whatever. The real question is, how long will it take them to get their war score? They're slow sieging, so I think we have time. We can extort our subjects, and we should, in case we need to hire more mercs. 750 gold. I like it. That's great. Okay, so we arrive over here with our mercs, and we're starting to see troops coming in over here now. That's good. We've got 15 months left until our full army arrives. At this point, I'm going to split off some of these levies, about 15k worth, and they're going to head up over here, where they're not going to take attrition. Cool. We're continuing to raise here, and we need to split off about another, what's down here? 22,000? Okay, we'll split off about 20k, because there will still be some regeneration there. So about 20k here. They'll come down over here. So we've got ourselves around 60k here. It's not enough, especially not without our men-at-arms. We need our men-at-arms here. Okay, he used his hook awkwardly as well. That's fine. We're in an awkward situation here, and sometimes we just got to take our lumps. So that's okay. We can move about 25,000, not here, these guys. We can move about 25,000 down at this point. There we go. They will head down to here. Because we don't want to be dropping supplies right now. We've got basically all of the troops we need now, I think. What is our total troop count here? Pulling up a calculator, 34,228 plus 16,394. Wow, if that was 16,384, I'd be so much happier. Gotta love powers of 2. Plus 21,439 plus 25,998. This is 98,000 troops. Okay. We can move all of these guys out. And we're going to move the vast majority of these, but I want to move our knights as well. We're going to keep gathering, but this is mostly what we need. Okay, so we're going to select that, and all of these units are going to start grouping up down here. We're going to keep gathering here. Cool. And these will group together. We're going to come down this direction. I guess that path is fine. But we're going to keep raising in our backline. We're going to have another roughly 20,000 good to go here. And they will be just behind. So we're going to move these guys out as well. And otherwise, keep gathering. So these guys will be just behind, not very far behind, in fact. This guy wants to purchase a truce. We cannot declare war on him, so we accept. That gives us 300 more gold to work with. Fantastic. So we're on our way. And then these guys, I think I'm just going to let them finish out. Cool. We've got more reinforcements on the way in. And we win this battle. Easily. They didn't bring all their forces over, which is slightly surprising. We're going to move down and take this castle back. That should happen very, very quickly indeed. Who is this guy? Okay, we are not allowed to declare on him anytime soon either. We could technically take this county, but not planning to for the moment. Okay. So we're going to come down over here and take back this castle. That will not be very, very rapid. Or rather, that will be very rapid. But we're going to split off a siege force here for that. Because I want to go fight. So we're going to head down over here. And make sure that we have a siege commander. Now, this force up here, they're going to come down and reinforce our siege force. Our siege force is pretty small. And we're going to need to deal with all of these forces over here. With our force all grouped together, we can't necessarily protect our siege force. We don't want to have it stack wiped again. Interesting. We're going to try to retreat here. And these guys are going to need to retreat too. I didn't expect to lose that fight. But okay. We lost that fight, and we lost it pretty hard. And these guys are not actually going where I wanted them to. They are almost certainly going to get wiped here. That's very sad. We're going to have to re-raise them. I made mistakes. Mistakes have been made. So we're going to raise everybody else here. And where are we retreating to? Okay, that's perfect. We bought ourselves basically no time. Losing that fight was very awkward, and I'm guessing they just have ludicrous numbers of men-at-arms. How does he have so many men-at-arms? This is more than it lists there. Absolutely. That's wild. Okay, well, we died. That's awkward too. We were poisoned. We may end up losing this, like I said. But we're going to need to do some things here. That's really, really awkward. So we need to make the North Sea our primary title. That's step 1. Step 2, we're going to have to hand out some titles up here. And we're going to start with our temple holdings, because we're just simply not going to have enough here. I do want to set our education focus to be stewardship. There we go. And we'll grant these out. That puts us at 9 of 8. So we're going to have to grant 1 castle as well. Okay. Problem solved there. But we're going to have a lot of factionalism right now. That was really awkward timing. Also, we lost our commander here. Okay. So we're going to split these guys up a bit and try to resupply. Very awkward on all of this. Okay. So this is going to be a thing. We may be able to just straight up negotiate with some of them. Yes, this one we can. Any others here? Wait, what is this? Enforced divorce? No, not right now. Okay. There's a Liberty faction as well. We can only do 1. Now, I think this is probably that... I consider it a bug, where it doesn't give you an alliance with someone you have a marriage with, and you can't negotiate the alliance either until you redo the marriage. I consider that a bug. But we'll see. Okay. So alliance has been formed there, and we need to deal with this guy. Okay. Checking in on our siblings here. Those are all spouses. That's a betrothed. So, we can break this betrothal, or we can bribe this guy. Man, that's awkward timing. You know what? We may just want to surrender to this guy and say, we'll conquer this back later. He has so many men-at-arms. I'm going to do it. We're going to surrender to this guy. We will conquer this territory back. But we're going to disband those troops so that we have much more powerful levies for our vassals. We can offer this guy vassalage, which we will definitely do. Okay, now our troops will regenerate, and that will be very good. We have a bunch of court artifacts. Yeah, that's obvious. Gain some piety. Looks good. Gain some court grandeur. Yes. And gain some piety. Okay. So. These factions are going to be a problem. There's no doubt about that. There's definitely people we can negotiate with. Right? I'm pretty sure about that. But we should be able to beat this guy. That said, we need a male sibling here And that will be this guy. We need to invite him to court, which is awkward. Okay, so he should be at court soon. There we go. He has arrived at court. Now we break this betrothal. And we need to betroth him to... We also need a female here. At this point, that's actually more important. Man. We have so few options to work with here. I'm going to bribe her. Not that that's really going to do too much. I'm going to go through this again. We can negotiate with this guy. So we'll get him out of there. That's 33%. 431? That's insane. Okay. Can we negotiate with any of these others? Because, man, that was awkward timing. I'm not sure it's actually 431%. But we need to check through these and see what options we have. Okay. The answer is not a lot. But this guy will leave. That is important. Now we need to look at potential briberies. This is only 2%. 7 opinion? Yikes. Well. We can likely still win this. Okay, yeah, that adjusted down after we disbanded. Okay, alliance formed with that guy. They're at 260 now. We will likely acquiesce to the Liberty faction. Or, alternatively, do we have a duchy tier realm around here that we could give to her? Well, we have a county over here. That'll give her 40 opinion. So that brings her up to 81. She may leave this faction now. What else do we have? She did leave the faction. Okay, so this guy is now the faction leader. Why is he upset? He wants a seat on the council. No alliance is a clan vassal. But we have our half-brother here. Done. He will likely disband this faction. Yes, he does. Now, the faction will be back. This guy wants to ally us. Done. We can't attack him anyway. Now, there's this faction to install this Jarl on the Northern Throne. There's also the Liberty faction. We don't really care so much about the Liberty faction. That said, we can probably deal with it. Who is this guy? We can give him over to Brittany. That'll boost Brittany's opinion of us and make it so that we don't have to deal with him. So he left that faction. Now who's this guy? We don't really have a kingdom title over here other than Abyssinia. But I wouldn't mind granting some of this over to Abyssinia, so that'll be fine. Okay. This can go over to Abyssinia as well. Cool. 64, the current threshold is 60. So we need to get rid of her as well. That can go over to, like, Burgundy. Done. So now we shouldn't have a problem, at least for the moment, with the Liberty faction. And this guy, we could actually give to Scotland. Done. So that should no longer be a threat either, for the moment anyway. Now the Independence faction will likely come back up. Yes, it will indeed. We've got the King of Frisia here. We're going to send him a gift. That's only 15 opinion. How powerful is this Independence faction going to be? 208%. The Liberty faction is powerful enough now, so we should toss this into Burgundy as well. There we go. Okay. No problem there. Now, with anyone in this Independence faction, can we negotiate with them? There's Burgundy here. Unfortunately, we just don't have anybody close enough at this point. Because our ruler died when he did, that was really awkward timing. That said, we are bringing this back up, and we will be able to conquer this back. I mean, yeah, he's reasonably powerful, but for the moment, we will be able to do that. And in fact, we could do something kind of like this, a kingdom invasion later on, but we'll see about that. We can usurp a duchy. That's not something we really want to do right now. We need to handle this Independence faction. That said, we could just let them fire, raise up in Amsterdam, and capture him. That would be the dream. That would get this factionalism reasonably under control. This is the only faction that's threatening right now. So I think that may be the plan. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we will deal with that faction, and then once that faction is dealt with, we'll look at taking this guy down. Now, the only reason that he is powerful right now is because of his allies. So one thing we could think about doing is murdering this guy and getting rid of those alliances. It's a possibility. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.